us the opening prayer. Thank you.
Pray, name Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Praise be Jesus and Mary.
Now and forever.
So, how was your exam? Hopefully, you were able to do well in all of your exams. And there are 5 meetings left, and then you are already done for this third year level. So, my advanced congratulations to all of you, because next school year you're already a fourth year student. So, you're almost there. Just keep it up. Okay, puhon. Okay, without further ado, let's now resume our reporting. So the reporters for today is topic 11. So reporters, you may now start present your PPT before the class.
So I'm audible now, sir.
Yes po, yes po.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning. We are the group 11, and this is lesson 11 also. And this is our topic: empowering and transformative leadership of Mother Ignatia. Uh, Next. So, the learning objectives of our lesson. At the end of the lesson, the student will be able to differentiate empowered leadership from authoritative leadership, modify their notion of leadership according to the style of Mother Ignatia, apply the empowering and transformative leadership of Mother Ignatia in their daily life. Next, there's a Bible verse here. It's Proverbs 16 verse 16, and possess wisdom, for it is better than gold. In a car, prudence, for it is more precious than silver. So knowledge and wisdom is more valuable than gold and silver. So that is the according of Proverbs 16 verse 16. So next one. So the rules inspired the Beatas to act positively through charity and humility. Mother Ignatia's maturity strengthened her community, acceptance of self and other, interior freedom, purify of heart, humility, charity, and service and communion characterize Mother Ignatia's community of friends. So, Mother Ignatia was known to be a transformative leader because she also accumulated women who were interested to become beatas and those who wanted to stay in Beaterio as circuladas. So, women accumulated interested to become beatas because it is inspired with Mother Ignatia, charity and humility. So it made a difference in the church and society, just like what I said earlier. The rules inspired the Beatas to act positively to charity and humility. And the discriminated women had a place in the society, not only in the home. So women before, in Mother Ignatia's time, women had no place in society. So Mother Ignatia's inspired them and motivate them to, to do household chores and especially to do spiritually practices. Next one, Beaterio, a congregation of religious women. It is a house in which they live the beatas, forming a community and following some rules. As historically, it is used as a synonym for beatas. Mother Ignatia was known to be a transformative leader because the underprivileged children were offered education and trained in the doing of household chores in the dormitory. Through her leadership, by example, their work was supported by people around them, and women from all walks of life were being led to the Lord. Through retreat, following the spiritual exercises of Saint Ignatius of Loyola, she helped to change the process of society when Spanish and Chinese mestizas, Sanglias, and Indias, native Filipino women, joined her to follow her path of service through retreat for women, education, and dormitory work as a boarding school. So, Mother Ignacia, known as to be a transformative leader because of these works that she's done. So next, leadership is service and service is leadership. So it is the powerful force that occurs once a person discovers their heart to serve, answer their call to lead, and summons their courage to engage. Heart to serve plus call to lead plus courage to engage. So that what is mean leadership is service and service is leadership. So her call, Mother Ignacia, her call responds to the address the needs of the family affecting change, namely women to collaborate with men in the growth and development of society, and children, especially the poor, be given opportunities to study and be educated in reading, writing, and arithmetic, and be taught in a household course. So this is the impact of Mother Ignatius' transformative leadership style. He changed the society and given a chance to the children and also the women, also the women not to be powerless but had a place in the society. So next one. So that would be the end of the lesson. Addition, transformative leadership is more inspirational and motivational. So Mother Ignacia is, as you can see, Mother Ignacia is an inspired the women in her time. So and also the children and also the native people, also the native Filipino people who had no place in the society in their time. So that would be all. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much, reporters. So non-reporters, it is now your turn to ask question to the reporters for today. All right. Here's a question here coming from Group 9. How did Mother Ignacia empowers other people? So give us concrete example during the life of Mother Ignacia on how did she empowered other people. How did Mother Ignacia? Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vincent Pinero, part of the topic 11. So first, I will start muna with the group 12 stated by
Okay.
Joe Colomer. How Mother Ignacia inspired women on her community to join her on following God. So based on the report, uh, women women before have no power in the society. So with
Mhm.
with the with the dignity of Mother Ignacia, she was able to inspire most of the people in her community to do to do and the join in God. So she was able to inspire others with their act as leadership in the cause of serving God. That was the answer for the group 12. So in group 13's question by Julayla, uh, how would you apply Mother National leadership as a person or student? So applying the Ignatius leadership based on the insight of Ignatius leadership and Ignatius leadership. So if you incline it to you student, as a student, being a good student is also one example. And instead instead of instead of instead instead of giving false accusation to the other students, like for example, if would say the teacher would say if the teachers would say dili mo na kaya or something like bad intention to the not really bad intention, but it will consider bad intention. Instead of kanang maliit ni mo siya, like help the student or inspire the other fellow student to do good and disregard the other saying na like a bad intention na ginaon sa mo. It is also one of example of being a leader. So instead of leading the people, the people or the students should be able to come up with you. So like that. That's what's the working question. Ito, Jim. Jim.
Wala.
All right. So there are still another questions from group 9, group 14, and 15.
Yeah. Ako na. Pwede ako sa group 14 sen.
Sige.
So, okay, open na
Yes.
mic sen.
There was a follow up to the. I didn't follow up. So the answer to the group 9 question, how did Mother Ignacia powers other people? It was answered by John Delgado, one of our group mates. So he said that through her service and leadership, Mother Ignacia shows how hardworking she is, and seeing that empowers other people to do work.
So how did Mother Ignacia empower in what way that Mother Ignacia empowers the members of her community?
Ay, ako na lang, sir.
Yes, po.
Again, sir, what is the question, sir? The question, sir. Can you repeat, sir?
Yes, the answer of Mr. Delgado is already good.
Yes, sir.
It's a general answer. So in a very concrete, specific way, Mother Ignacia empower her beatas. In that,
Uh, ano, sir? Mother Ignacia inspired the Beatas to act possibly through charity and humility. So, through
Mhm.
charity and humility, Mother Ignacia empowers them through the uh, humility and the charity that he show or that he showed to the Beatas, sir. So, I think
Mhm.
that will be the answer, sir. For me lang, sir.
How about the others? What can you say? Before she died, what was that very significant moment that she did that emphasizes empowerment to her fellow beatas?
Uh, based on my based on my understanding to leadership of Mother Ignacia, uh,
Mhm.
her leadership was characterized by humility. So Mother Ignacia was able to know her strength and weaknesses. Weaknesses.
Mhm.
So she was not afraid to know the truth about herself. Oh, that's so.
Ayan, wala kay talent, maayo ang gani ka magdaot sa iyong isig katao.
Yes, sir. Moto, sir.
All right. So I would like to agree with you when you said that the leadership of Mother Ignacia is characterized with humility. And it was very clear in her leadership during that time. Before she died, di ba, as recalling her life, she opted to resign from her office as the superior or the head of the community. So the reason why Mother Ignacia resigned not because that she is already incapable of leading them, but because she wanted to emphasize empowerment to other fellow beatas who would lead in accordance with how she would lead the community. So Mother Ignacia opted to resign because she wanted that the other beatas, her successor, will also be inspired or empowered on how to lead the community. Kumbaga, Mother Ignacia gave them chance also to develop their potentialities as a person, and that would help them to become a leader to the community that Mother Ignacia had. So Mother Ignacia gave them a good opportunity on how to lead, and that is empowerment. Okay, that's it. So let's consider also the other questions here in group 14 that says how the leadership of Mother Ignacia different from other leaders nowadays. So maybe you can compare and contrast the leadership that we have today and the leadership of Mother Ignacia. Considering the fact that we are already almost in the year 2022 is the election. Maybe you can also inspire us with your answer with the question of group 14, how the leadership of Mother Ignacia different from other leaders nowadays. Maybe some factors on what it takes to be a leader. So group 8, wala pang question. Group 10, wala pa din. Group 13, wala pa din. Yes, reporters? Can you still hear me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. We're
Okay.
still available, sir. So, ano naman, sir? how the leadership of Mother Ignacia is different from other leaders nowadays. For me, sir, sort of compare, sir, as both the present present president are nowadays is same with Mother Ignacia's style, which is the transformative style of leadership. Why? Because the president now, her style is different. The style of to be a president is different, and her style of leadership is different. So it's a transformative leadership because it it's changed the way of the government now. So Mother Ignacia is a transformative leadership. So there's a similar to the government now. So the difference of the present government and Mother Ignacia's leadership style is I think that government now or the politician now is and I think it is dishonesty, and Mother Ignacia is showing honesty. Also, politician nowadays is not giving inspired or not motivate the people nowadays, because Mother Ignacia motivate and inspired the society, the people of the society in her time. Just like what I said earlier, he motivate the women to have a place in the society. But now, the politician is more in making a money, or I think the corruption is the main problem of our country today, sir. So I think that will be the difference between the present government types of leadership style and the leadership style of Mother Ignacia, sir. That would be all, sir.
Okay, thank you for that. So, in addition to your answer, according to Mr. Delgado, the leadership of Mother Ignacia knows no bounds. She isn't afraid to face all of the challenges head on, while the leadership nowadays has flaws that makes them think twice in facing the challenges. All right. And then, additional from answer to question number 15, one way, how would you inspire your community to join in following God? According to Mr. Visaya, he said, in my own way, I would inspire the community by giving them inspiration to serve God, showing them the benefits on following God. They can change themselves as they learn and understands the path on serving God. All right. Yes, another question here from Mr. Nicholas. As a student, how would you lead your society or think of a way on how to grow and develop? And question here from Group 12, can Mother Ignacia's leadership be applied to politics? So this question is very much related to your midterm exam. Maybe you can share your answer during midterm exam. Two questions from Group 10 and Group 12. As a student, how would you lead your society or think in a way how to help it grow and develop? So maybe this question of Group 10 is quite broad. So maybe you can just contextualize it in your family. So as a child of your parents, how would you lead your family or think of a way of how to help it grow and develop? Just focus on your family. Because again, it is the basic unit of society. Family is very important. Sige daw. Mr. Visaya's answer to question number 12 applied to politics. It is a very good example to follow, but the problem is the politicians who are corrupted by power as they are blinded to Ignatius' leadership. Yeah, it is also one of the realities that we are facing nowadays, especially in the realm of politics. How about the other members? What can you say? The questions raised by Group 12 and Group 10.
So for me lang, as a stud as a student, how would you lead your society or think of a way of how to help it grow? So in a family, so being a good son or daughter is one of a good example, and also give also give time to spend with your family, and and pilang mag pinaka basic yun sa kung sa kay kato lang sir, kato mag-give time to spend with your family, and
Mhm.
be a good and be a good son or daughter.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you're able to do that in your own family. Be a good son to your parents, and be a good brother to your siblings.
Brother or sister.
Okay. Thank you for that. Additional answer from Mr. Delgado for Group 10. The first thing for me as a student would probably to know my limits, and for the family, I would become a good child that can be proud of. Yes, I would agree also with this. All right. So thank you so much for answering the question. So last thing is that maybe you can also share your personal reflection based on the topic assigned to you. So with the topic assigned to you, Mother Ignatia's transformative and empowering leadership, what have you reflected upon? Just a short or brief reflection. So I want to hear each from you, your personal reflection.
Uh,
Maybe one of you will start in sharing your reflection based on the topic assigned to you. And for those who have no microphones, Mr. Visaya and Mr. Delgado, maybe you can just type it in our chat box, your reflection.
so, ako na lang first, sir.
Yes, Jim.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. For me, sir, my reflection about our topic, sir. I think Mother Ignatia inspired me or our group that with not really use but practice is what she's doing or what she's practice uh, style or leadership style. So my reflection, sir, is to be a good leader and give hope to the people who are, especially who are needed, and keep, especially having faith in God. So while while leading the society, we should have a guide or help from God, because if we don't have faith in God, we can do or we can succeed to what our plan or plan into our society. So my reflection is we should show humility and charity to our people, especially when we becomes or in the time we will become a leader soon, but in the future. So ito lang po, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Mr. Jim. How about you, Mr. Vincent Dinero? Mr. Dinero, are you still there? So can you please
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
type the word empowerment in our chat box for our attendance? Thank you.
Uh, so For me, sir,
All right, Mr. Dinero?
yes, sir. Mother Ignacia did not even think about becoming a reader, but she was assigned by the Jesuit because they see some potential of being a leader in Mother Ignacia. So she has talent and virtues in becoming a leader. So
Can you still hear me, guys? Yes or no?
yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Audible, sir.
Parang may problema.
So upon
All right,
becoming
so here's a reflection coming from Mr. Delgado. For me, I realized that being a good and reliable leader is hard and impossible for me to follow her footsteps. All I need to do is to have a clear goal. Yes, going back to you, Mr. Dinero. Can you still hear me, guys? Okay.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yes, Mr. Vincent.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. so so upon becoming a leader, she has done many great things until
Uh-huh.
until her leadership become a legacy. So based on her motivation was additional prominence for the fearless estimate. She took as a lady manufacturing a new ways, not just around here as a native individual. So,
Mhm.
ano, Mother Ignacia turned into extraordinary symbol and because she was able to lead her community, especially the ladies under her or the Beatas and yes sir, yes sir, yun lang sir, yung reflection.
Okay, thank you for that. Additional reflection coming from Mr. What I realized, successful leader, you need equal terms into a fine leader, selfish and be selfless. All right. So my from Group 8, how do you keep your team motivated? Conflicts and obstacles that follows Mother Ignatia's leadership. And I know having now like by group ba yun na parang programming a project. So contextualize your experiences with that. I know you have encountered so many difficulties. So how did you motivate your group mates? Your programming.
Ako na lang sir.
Yes.
So based on my experience sir, when it comes to group when it comes to teams, ano lang sir, kato lang sa pag tagani dili nimo iyon sa imong members na instead na dili niya kaya motivate them na kaya as long as kung kaya sa isa ka tao. So pag dili na siya kaya, that's the time na you stop and help and ask for help to the other groups because the group is not ang group kay dili lang sa ikaw ang magbuhat, naalang po di mong members na mutabang si mo. So ato lang sir, dili lang mo siya ipaunsa na dili ni mo kaya, like aside to gingon na dili itong naay mo ingon si mo na dili ni mo ni kaya nga ni na part, as long as kung kasi motivation na magbuhat niya, dili lang siya i-down para taas yung confidence na kaya niya ang isa kabuhato nun.
Okay.
More to sir as a
So thank you for that. So additional answer to group 8 coming from Mr. Visaya. He said, you need to over conflicts and obstacles, you still need to be composed and relaxed as they saw you as the leader and a role model. They will be still motivated if they saw you strong and steady. So just be an inspiration to your teammate, according to Mr. Visaya, by standing firm with all the many conflicts and obstacles that you may encounter along your way. Okay, so before we leave, just a simple message coming from Mother Ignatia to all of us through the topic that we have this morning about Mother Ignatia's transformative and empowering leadership. So here, Mother Ignatia is reminding us that true leadership begins within. Okay, a true leader is a good leader of his or herself. So we can become efficient in transforming the society we lead if we are willing to be transformed in the very first place and to undergo conversion with the heart. And we can only be effective in empowering others unless we empowered ourselves first by building a good foundation. So just like Mother Ignacia, she transformed herself by allowing God to have a total conversion of her heart. And because of that conversion of her heart, it eventually led her to be an empowered woman in the midst of stereotyping and discriminations that degrade the inner capacity of women. Because of that, Mother Ignacia made a difference that women is just but are not just nobody, that women are also empowered like men who can help for the development of the society at large. So that would be a simple message of Mother Ignacia to all of us, that true leadership begins within. We can become a good leader to other people if we ourselves are a good leader to ourselves. Being a good leader to ourselves, have to understand dynamics as a person, know our strengths and weaknesses, and develop more our strengths in order to conquer our own weaknesses as a we can be an effective leader to other people. Okay, a good leader is a good leader of his or herself. Okay, that would be all. So thank you so much for your presence this morning. Thank you for for delivering the topic assigned to you, and as well to the non-reporters. Thank you for asking questions. Because of you, we were able to have a fruitful discussion based on the topic being discussed by the reporters. So once again, thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day, and see you next meeting. And maybe parang holiday ata next meeting, right? Idil Fitr, I don't know. Parang holiday klase. I don't know kung meron bang ano ba 'yon tawag, memo from the president. So we will still wait. Kung walang klase, then on the following week, on Tuesday, dalawa yung reporters natin. Okay? 2 reporters. Topic 12 and topic 13. Okay? Once again, goodbye everyone. See you next meeting and have a good day. God bless.